Hi Aries, welcome to January and Happy New Year. Before I start your reading, I'm going to call in some good energy. This is Teresa from Retrograde. So this month we have a new moon in Capricorn on the 13th. Then Uranus goes direct on the 14th. And then we have a full moon in Leo, which is favorable to your sign, on the 28th. And then Mercury, our friend Mercury, is going retrograde on the 30th. So we have a lot of activity, a lot of planetary activity this month. So let's see what Aries needs to know about love and relationships in the month of January. What is coming up for Aries in terms of love and relationships? What is coming up for Aries? The Eight of Cups, the Six of Cups, the Strength card, the Eight of Pentacles, the Hermit, the Two of Cups, the Page of Swords, the Temperance, the Hangman, and the Empress card. And the card at the bottom of the deck is the Seven of Wands. So let's see. So you start the month off with the Eight of Cups. This is about walking away from something that was once fulfilling but is no longer fulfilling, and walking towards something. So you might be thinking about walking away from a relationship because maybe you've connected with someone new. Because you have the Six of Cups here, which is, the Six of Cups is healing from the past. It's also connecting with people from the past so that you can move into the future with greater harmony, because the Six represents harmony. So you could be giving something up to create more harmony in a relationship. It may not be that you're starting a new relationship. It could go either way. I feel like you're turning a page. And to have this harmony, you may have to give something up or make some type of sacrifice. Because you have the Two of Cups here in the future. And that's connecting with a soulmate, or someone who feels like soulmate energy. In the past, you have the Strength card. So you might have been struggling with your emotions, trying to be less reactive. Because the Strength card is overcoming, taming the beast within, overcoming whatever's going on inside of you. We have a tendency to react when things happen without thinking, and maybe take action without thinking. With the Strength card, it's a card about self-control and not going to extremes of emotion. And sometimes it comes up when people are dealing with anger issues, and this could be something within yourself or within a partner. Maybe you're dealing with someone who has anger issues, or it could be your own. With the Eight of Pentacles, in the recent past, you could have been taking a new direction in a career situation, because this is the card of the Apprentice. So you're starting something new. There's like a new path. You're taking everything that you've learned and you're utilizing it in a new way. You may have even had to stand your ground on some issues, because you have the Seven of Wands here, which is about standing up for what you believe in, setting boundaries, fighting for what you believe in. And if there's some kind of competition involved, you have the upper hand. So you shouldn't give up. If you're wanting to achieve something, don't give up the fight. Stand your ground. But I feel like you're walking away from something, but you're walking towards something better, something that's good. It's just that you have to really consider all your options carefully, because you have this Page of Swords here, which is about looking into something deeply. You also have the Hermit, which is about taking time out to do some soul searching. Sometimes Aries wants to make things happen quickly. You don't have the patience. It's like, I want it now. once you make up your mind about something, you want to do it right away. You want to implement it. You can't wait. The Hermit is telling you to take time out and make sure, and especially the Page of Swords, make sure whatever you're getting into is something that's going to be right for you. Is something that you're really, that you're moving towards something that really fits what you want and your needs. Because I feel that you might be connecting with someone with the Six of Cups energy. It's about moving toward. It's about an improvement in your circumstances. So if you were under a lot of stress, if there was a lot of struggle in the past, things should start to improve. But I'm still getting this feeling of sacrifice. That to make things better, you have to give something up, or you have to sacrifice. Because you have the Hangman here, which is about giving something up for something better. And there's this feeling, this energy of moving away from something, leaving something behind. This could be a career path. It could also be a relationship. Or it could be a pattern, a way of being. If it's not actually leaving a person, maybe you have to leave some habits behind. And really think about, what do I need to keep this year? What do I need to release? You have the Temperance here in your environment. So this is a card also of, in a relationship, it could mean finding a balance, learning how to compromise, learning to take the middle ground and not go to extremes. Again, we have this energy of going to extremes and finding the balance, not going to extremes. The Temperance comes up when you're blending your energy with someone else, and although you're very compatible, there are things there you're also very different. And you have to learn to see things from the other person's perspective and learn to, that it can't always be your way, or open your worldview. So someone may broaden your perspective in some way, where you incorporate their vision into your own and you find some type of compromise. This can also come up when you need work-life balance. Maybe you've been spending too much time with a work project, because this is passing, this influence is passing, this work energy, and now you need to focus on relationship, because there is the potential for a relationship in January. But like I said, it's going to involve some type of sacrifice. It's going to involve meeting somebody halfway, make a compromise, and possibly walking away from something or giving something up. But the outcome is the Empress. This is a card of abundance and creativity. So whoever you're connecting with, or whatever, even if it's a work project, there could be it could be something you really love that's going to utilize your skills and your talents and your creativity. But it could also bring abundance and fruition. The Empress is about the harvest, giving birth. So you could be giving birth to something. I'm not sure. I don't think it's a baby. I don't think you're giving birth to a child. I think it's more of a creative idea or a project that's coming up. And whoever you're working with, there's going to be a meeting of the minds. Like you're both on the same page. So it's positive. I think whoever you're connecting with in January, it could be a love relationship. It could also be a friendship or a partnership that involves some type of creative project. And it's going to be good. As long as you can take into consideration the other person, don't expect to have everything done. You may have a certain idea of how things need to be done, but if you can embrace the other person's perspective and work together, you can create something even greater than anything that you could have created alone. So it's like the two people coming together create a third thing that's better than, because of the energy is just greater because the two of you are working together than if either one of you are working separately. So harmony, cooperation, love, compromise, and sacrifice. Those are the themes coming up in January. So let's see what the astrology has to say. Okay, so this new moon in Capricorn is happening in your 10th house, which is the house of career, but it's also the house of your status, your public life. So it can involve relationship changes where you change from being married to single or single to married. In this new moon is conjunct Pluto. It's very powerful. So it's a powerful new beginning. And there could be some power struggles, so you have to be careful. You may even have to have a difficult conversation, because sometimes the Page of Wands represents having a difficult conversation with someone, or checking into something really carefully, making sure this is right for you. So you have this powerful new beginning with this Capricorn new moon. It's happening at a little after midnight Eastern Standard Time. So depending on where you live, it could happen on the 12th, late evening of the 12th, or early morning of the 13th of January. And Mars is also conjunct Uranus around this time. Mars is in your second house, and Uranus is in your second house. So there could be some kind of dealings that have to do with finances or self-esteem. The second house is the house of self-worth. It's the house of money. So there could be a new project that comes up, maybe a side project even, because Uranus is there. Uranus usually represents like entrepreneurship or freelance work or something that involves technology. And it's squaring all these planets in Aquarius. Saturn and Jupiter and Mercury are in your 11th house, which is the house of hopes and dreams and groups that you belong to. So you could be dealing, like Jupiter's bringing you luck and opportunity. Saturn is saying you can achieve a goal or a dream, but it's going to involve hard work. And the 11th house is also the money you make from the work that you do. So this could, and Mercury is there, so there could be some kind of contract that needs to be signed. Maybe, so you really need to check things out really carefully. I think that this opportunity could come up suddenly because Uranus is involved in the second house. And Mars is there, which is your ruling planet. You're going to want to take action. You may have to take quick action. So just check all the details if you're having to sign a contract. Venus is in your 10th house. It's moving into Capricorn. It's in Capricorn, 6 degrees. And it's squaring Chiron in your first house. So Venus in the 10th, you're definitely going to be involved in some type of creative project. There could even be romance through someone that you're working with. Somehow, you're connecting with someone. It could be that you're working with someone on a creative project and romantic feelings develop. Whatever, you're going to get along well with. Venus in the 10th usually means like harmony with the people that you're working with. Enjoying, really loving the work that you do because it speaks to your creativity, your self-expression. But there's this wound, this Chiron in Aries that you have to overcome to embrace this love. And Venus can represent love or money. So you have to work on your self-esteem. I feel like you have to work on your self-esteem. Am I worthy of this love? Am I worthy of this money? And you have to embrace it and say, yes, I am. With Uranus in the second house, it's shaking you up in terms of what you value and what you think of yourself, what you're willing to accept financially. So those things are changing. You're getting out of a rut. If you've been in a financial rut, I feel like or a rut where you're not valuing yourself, you're not receiving the love you need, you might be breaking free of that. And it could be through this new project that comes up and a new relationship that's going to help you feel better about yourself. Then Uranus, right the day after this new moon, Uranus goes direct. Uranus has been retrograde, so if financial matters have been stuck or in limbo, they're going to start to move now. Sometimes when Uranus goes through the second house, people wind up wanting to do some kind of entrepreneur type job or freelance project. Like you don't want to be tied down. You want to be free. You don't want to be tied down to a job or a desk. You want to have a lot of financial freedom. So Uranus is going to help you get there. And your focus, where Mars is where your energy is focused. It's going to be on the second house of income, self-worth. What do I value? What makes me feel secure? So you're going to be working on financial matters that have to do with financial security, emotional security, and things you might have to suddenly take action. But there's love in the air with this Two of Cups and with Venus in your 10th. Then we have the full moon in Leo, which happens in your 5th house. And so it's activating, so the moon's in the 5th, Uranus, the sun is in the 11th, and it's conjunct Jupiter and Saturn. So you could be completing something. Something's definitely going to occur. There could be a new romance at this full moon. Something comes to completion at the full moon. Something gets revealed at the full moon. So you could be, and Jupiter brings luck and opportunity. Saturn brings longevity. There could be something, whatever you're completing, if you're completing a creative project, or you're finalizing some kind of relationship. It could be something that has to do with children too, because the 5th house has to do with children, creative self-expression, what you do for fun. You're going to be really enjoying this project. The only thing, and I think Jupiter conjunct the Sun is making you feel very optimistic. So you're feeling positive about this connection, and you're feeling positive about the way things are working. Saturn will keep you from going overboard, because Jupiter sometimes makes you want to overdo things. At the same time that this full moon it's squaring Mars and Uranus in your 2nd house. So if there's any kind of tension, it may involve money and finances. So you might be arguing or trying to negotiate some type of financial thing. So that's why I'm saying, if you're signing a contract, or if you're having any issues, it'll be around money. What you're willing to accept for the job, or what they're willing to pay you, or you may be arguing with a friend over some kind of money issue. So that's something to be aware of at this full moon. And then Venus is conjunct Pluto at this full moon. So in the 10th, this is powerful. You can meet someone that can really change your life in a major way. Someone who's very like an intense energy. Venus conjunct Pluto. You just have to watch out for manipulation, power struggles in a relationship, because the feelings are very deep, very intense. And Pluto represents power. So you could be coming into a position of power, or you could be dealing with people in positions of power, or have the people that have power over you. Again, there's this fight that, like, Venus is love and money. So there could be a project where there's power struggles over the money, or there could be a relationship that really is intense and can transform your life in a major way. This full moon is forming a T-square with the Mars and Uranus energy. So the issues around money and self-worth are going to come up, and you have to go deep to resolve it. You have to really find out where the money's coming from, and find out read the details, because Mercury's going retrograde on the 30th, which is 2 days after this full moon. So if you have to sign anything, any contracts, you want to really read the fine print. Don't be afraid to ask questions, penetrating questions or probing questions, because you want to know all the details. You want to know what you're signing up for. And like I said, there could be some, on the positive side, you're going to be finished, you're going to be involved in something you really love, and it could be something that really brings new life to your relationships. And it could also be that you're getting involved in something that could be very lucrative, but you're dealing with people that wield a lot of power. So you have to kind of negotiate that power struggle. And if you can do that, then you can bring in the abundance and the longevity that Saturn and Jupiter are bringing with this full moon. But you may have to fight for what you want when it comes to financial matters. So there could be some kind of, you may have to take action or stand up for what you want. So if somebody's trying to, maybe they're not paying you what you want in a project, or there could be some financial negotiation that you have to stand your ground and fight for what you believe that you deserve. So that's my forecast for January, Aries. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, click on the like button or the subscribe button if you want to hear more, if you want to be notified when I put out videos. And if you'd like a private reading, click on the link in the description box, and it will take you to my website. We'll get you on the schedule. In the meantime, I want to say thank you for supporting this channel. Thank you for liking, subscribing, commenting, for ordering readings. If you're new, welcome. and have a wonderful new year. Let's hope that this new year is filled with joy and abundance and better than last year. Hopefully, I think that this year will be a lot lighter. I don't think we won't have all that energy in Capricorn. So the energy is moving into Aquarius, which is a lighter energy, a more airy feeling. There'll be more freedom. Maybe, well, I don't know, it's Saturn in Aquarius, we'll see. But anyway, there is love on the horizon for you. You may have to summarize. You may have to compromise. You may have some power struggles. You may have to stand up for what you believe in and stand up for what you're worth. But if you can do that, the promise is the Empress. It's the promise of fruition, the birth of a new cycle, and abundance coming your way. So enjoy January, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.